Hello everyone, welcome back to the another lecture of this course. In this lecture, we will discuss oscillator. The contents of this lecture are Introduction to oscillator, Hartley oscillator, Colpitts oscillator, phase shift oscillator, main bridge oscillator, and crystal oscillator. So we will discuss all these types oscillators in detail. Introduction to oscillator. So oscillator provides output AC signal without any input AC signal. It means oscillator having only DC input signal, and based on this DC input signal it provides AC output signal. Oscillator can generate sinusoidal or non-sinusoidal like square, sawtooth, triangular type of signals of some specific frequency. Oscillators are widely used for clock generators in different systems. So oscillator consists amplifier with positive feedback circuit. So this one is oscillator circuit having one amplifier and one feedback circuit. A is simply showing the gain of this amplifier circuit and beta is feedback factor. Oscillator follows the Workhausen criteria for the oscillations. It means there are two conditions so that oscillations will be there, and it depends on the open loop gain, that is beta A. So first condition is mod beta A must be equal to 1, and second condition is phase shift must be 0 degree or 360 degree. So oscillator is positive feedback amplifier circuit. It means its output is B out equal to A B in plus beta B out. From this expression, the closed loop gain, that is AB, or it is equal to V out upon V in. So it will be A upon 1 minus beta A. If beta is less than 1, then it generates decaying signal. If beta A is greater than 1, then it generates growing signal. So for sustained oscillations, beta A must be equal to 1. So that is the first condition of Workhausen criteria. And second condition is phase shift. So amplified, normally here we used transistors. So transistors provide 180 degree phase shift. So remaining 180 degree phase shift must be provided by this feedback circuit. Normally oscillators are of three types: RC oscillator, LC oscillator, and crystal oscillator. And it depends on the components used in feedback circuit. If R and C components are used in feedback circuit, then these type of oscillators are called RC oscillator. If L and C components are used in feedback circuit, then these type of oscillators are called LC oscillator. If crystal is used inside the feedback circuit, then oscillator is crystal oscillator. And oscillators are capable to generate the frequency from few hertz to gigahertz. Hartley oscillator. Hartley oscillator was developed by Ralph Hartley in 1915, and it is LC type oscillator which consists L and C components inside the feedback circuit. It generates radio frequency. That's why it is called RF oscillator. And the frequency range for radio frequency is 20 kHz to 30 MHz. So frequency of oscillation depends on tank circuit having one capacitor and two inductors. So tank circuit is nothing, it is feedback circuit. So inside this feedback circuit there is one capacitor and two inductors, and the frequency of oscillations are depending on these components. So amplifier provides 180 degree phase shift and the tank circuit must provide 180 degree phase shift so that it generates 360 degree phase shift for the oscillation purpose. So Hartley oscillator is easy to tune and having simple configuration. It uses large sized inductors, therefore these are not suitable for low frequency generation because inductors occupy large space. In LC oscillators, there is radio frequency choke or RFC in place of load resistance so that it passes only DC components and avoids AC components to reach the power supply so that AC component does not damage the DC power supply. And here the frequency of oscillation is 1 upon 2 pi root L effective C, and here L effective is L1 plus L2 plus 2M. L1 and L2 are the inductances of two inductors and M is mutual inductance. C is capacitance of capacitor. The schematic arrangement for Hartley oscillator is given here. One amplifier circuit is provided here, and this amplifier circuit is voltage divider wise wedged circuit. So in dotted box you can see it is voltage divider wise configuration, and second circuit is feedback circuit or tank circuit, and inside this tank circuit there is one capacitor and two inductors, and these are connected in this form so that it provides 180 degree phase shift. And here we are using one NPN transistor using common emitter configuration, and this amplifier provides 180 degree phase shift. So at the output of this configuration we got 360 degree phase shift. That is the condition for oscillation. And radio frequency choke is used in place of load resistance so that the AC component which are available at the collector terminal of this transistor must not reach to power supply. This power supply is DC power supply, so that interruption of the power supply will not be there. So from this diagram we can see there is no input signal. The circuit having only one DC power supply, and based on this power supply the circuit will be operated. So DC power supply passes through this RFC and it charges C2 capacitor. When C2 capacitor is charged, it means it will be charging the C capacitor inside the tank circuit. When this capacitor is fully charged, then it starts to discharge through L1 and L2. C stores the energy in the form of electric field while L1 and L2 storing the energy in the form of magnetic field. So when C is discharged completely, it means L1 and L2 both are charged completely. Then again L1 and L2 are discharging and C will be charged. So charging and discharging of capacitors and inductors inside this tank circuit provide the oscillations, and this circuit provides the 180-degree phase shift. So for sustained oscillations, 360-degree phase shift will be there. So 180-degree phase shift is provided by this amplifier, and here we got 360-degree phase shift. It means we got sustained oscillations at the output of this circuit. Second LC oscillator is Colpitts oscillator. Here same approach is used as we have drawn the circuit for Hartley. Inside the tank circuit, in place of one capacitor, here we are using two capacitors and one inductors, and these are connected in this form so that this circuit provides 180-degree phase shift. The remaining circuit is same as we have discussed for Hartley oscillator, and the operation of this oscillator is also depending on DC power supply BCC. So BCC is passes to C2 through RFC. So C2 will be charged through RFC choke. When C2 is charged, it means C1 and C2 will be charged. When C1 and C2 are charged completely, they start to discharge through inductor L. So when L is charged completely, then it stores the energy in the form of magnetic field. Then again inductor will be discharged to C1 and C2, and this charging and discharging process is continue in this tank circuit, and this provides the oscillation. So for sustained oscillation, 360-degree phase shift must be there. So 180-degree phase shift is provided by this tank circuit, and 180-degree phase shift is provided by this amplifier circuit. So at the output of this amplifier circuit, we got 360-degree phase shift. And here the frequency of oscillation is 1 upon 2 pi root LC. C is here parallel combination of C1 and C2. So equivalent C is C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Phase shift oscillator or PSO. PSO is RC oscillator. It means in the feedback circuit, it uses R and C components, and PSO generates low frequency in kilohertz range. So in PSO, normally we use 3 stages of RC circuits so that we can get 180-degree phase shift from the feedback circuit, like there. One RC, second RC and third RC stage. So overall here we got 180-degree phase shift, and PSO provides good frequency stability as compared to LC oscillators, and it also overcomes the issue of transformer and inductors which are used in LC oscillators, and the frequency of the oscillation is 1 upon 2 pi RC root 6. R and C are the components which are using inside this feedback circuit, and here we are using the same values of R and C for all the stages, and the phase shift of RC circuit is depends on the parameter R and C, and it is always equal to phi, that is tan inverse XC upon RC. XC is always equal to 1 upon omega C. So phi equal to tan inverse 1 upon omega RC. So now we can choose the value of R and C in such a way that one stage or one RC circuit provides exactly 60-degree phase shift. So that here we can get 180-degree phase shift by the three stage of RC circuits. So one amplifier circuit is used here, that is voltage divider wise circuit, and one feedback circuit which is using three stage of RC circuits, and there is no input signal. The operation of oscillator is depending on DC power supply. Bain bridge oscillator. It is another RC oscillator, and Bain bridge was developed by Max Bain in 1891. And Bain bridge oscillator generate the audio frequency sinusoidal signals. So in Bain bridge oscillators, we generally use two-stage amplifiers because one stage amplifier provides 180-degree phase shift. So for overall 360-degree phase shift, we require two stage of amplifiers. And here feedback circuit is in the form of bridge. That's why the configuration is called bridge oscillator. And in bridge, it includes 4 resistors and 2 capacitors. And balanced bridge used as the feedback circuit. So bridge circuit provides zero phase shift. Therefore, two amplifiers are used in Bain bridge oscillator. And the oscillation frequency of the Bain bridge is decided by the feedback circuit or the components which are using inside the feedback circuit. So by controlling these components, we can control the oscillation frequency. This is the diagram for Bain bridge oscillator, and here we are using two stage of amplifier. One stage is here, second one is here, and both amplifier circuits are using voltage divider wise. So one amplifier circuit provides 180-degree phase shift, second amplifier circuit provides 180-degree phase shift. So at the output of this oscillator circuit, we got 360-degree phase shift. And this one is feedback circuit. The feedback circuit is in the form of bridge. Therefore, it is called Bain bridge. And here we are using 4 resistors and 2 capacitors. And the oscillation frequency is depending on these components which are used inside the feedback circuit. The operation of this oscillator circuit depends on DC power supply BCC, and there is no input AC signal. Another type of oscillator is crystal oscillator. So in last slides we have studied LC and RC oscillators. So the limitations of LC and RC oscillators is change of oscillation frequency. If there is any change in temperature, power supply or any other component value. So these limitations can be avoided by using crystal oscillator. It means crystal oscillator provides high stability and frequency selectivity. Crystal oscillators are capable to generate the frequency from 10 kHz to 100 MHz. The concept of crystal oscillator is based on piezoelectric effect. Piezoelectric material provides the same AC input frequency as the AC power supply by the mechanical vibration. A logical symbol of crystal oscillator is given here. So few piezoelectric materials are quartz, Roseau chart and tourmaline. So quartz has good stability, strength of the material and easy available. That's why it is very cheap as compared to Rothschild and tourmaline. The equivalent circuit for crystal oscillator is given here. CS, LS, RS, CP. These are motional capacitance, motional inductance, series resistance and shunt capacitance. So normally in oscillator, in place of feedback circuit, we used crystal. So crystal circuit provides LC tank circuit or feedback circuit. So it has the same properties as we have discussed for other LC and RC tank circuits. Quartz crystal has two resonant frequencies and these are series and parallel. The circuit diagram for crystal oscillator is given here. One amplifier circuit using voltage divider wise, another feedback circuit, and this feedback circuit is having crystal circuit. Normally we use quartz crystal because it has good stability of oscillation frequency, and here oscillation frequency is 1 upon 2 pi root ls and cs, and the operation of this crystal oscillator is same as we have discussed for LC and RC oscillators. 180-degree phase shift is provided by this amplifier circuit and 180-degree phase shift is provided by crystal circuit or tank circuit or feedback circuit. So at the output of this amplifier we got 360-degree phase shift, and that is the condition for sustained oscillation.